What's the time? It's David O'Doherty time. What's the time? It's David O'Doherty time. What's the time? You have to say it's David O'Doherty time. Tick tock, it's O'Doherty o'clock. My friend was in a restaurant on a date and the date was going really badly. The guy was the most boring and stupid guy he'd ever been on a date with, and he was wondering why he'd gone on a date with such a boring and stupid guy. Just then the boring and stupid guy got up and went to the loo, and my friend decided to send a text message to another one of our friends outlining the ways in which the guy was both boring and stupid, and including in it some direct quotes of things that he'd said that were boring and stupid. But when the boring stupid guy came back from the loo, he could barely talk, and he'd obviously just been crying. And my friend realized that he'd sent a text to the person the text was about. Yes, he'd sent a text to the person the text was about. I was once breaking up with this girl, and it was quite a messy breakup. I believed that she was carrying on with the next boyfriend of hers, at least that was my theory. So I decided to tell a friend of mine who lives in London about my theory, and I decided to tell him through the medium of a text message. And the thing is, my friend who lives in London, his name is like 1 digit different from her name. Like his name's Paul and her name's Paula. That's an inappropriate example I picked there, because Paul is the name of another girl I used to out, and this song isn't about her. But chances are she's not watching. She's in Ireland. Forget it. But I guess it must be. I was leafing down through the names of my mobile phone and must have just seen the first few letters of his name and hit send. And as the Nokia sending icon flashed backwards and forwards, I realized what I'd done and felt simultaneously more alive and yet more dead than I'd ever felt before, because I'd sent a text to the person the text was about. You can try and pretend that it was just a joke, that you were just being inappropriately rude in a hilarious, over-the-top, inappropriately jokey way. But you can never be sure if the person believes you, so your relationship is ruined anyway. You can just be honest and apologize, but now they know what you actually think about them. The best thing you can do is delete their details from your phone and hope you never, ever, ever, ever see them again. About 7 months ago, I was doing this song for the first time, and originally it was just the first 2 verses, and it ended with that last bit right there. And on my way home, my bike after the gig, I felt a text message in my pocket, so I pulled over my bike to see who it was from. It was from a friend of mine who'd been at the gig, and the text message said, "That was the worst gig I've ever seen him do. He used to be funny, but he's really lost it lately. Complete bullshit." And even though we phoned up a minute later and we had a good laugh about what a hilarious prank he'd played, I still can't be sure he didn't send a text to the person the text was about.
Our next guest is Shappy David.